Okay, so last time we were finishing Hassine's hunt, which sadly didn't turn out too well for Captain Carriers. But what can you do? That's the price you have to pay sometimes. So that being said, we're also almost done with Morrowind. There are a few more things we can do. We could still look for a few things on both Vardenfell and Solstheim itself. But honestly, I'm not going to. But there are a few quests I would like to do, including one that I believe leads to this island here. This little tiny one here. It also makes a return in Skyrim, although it has been completely plundered by that point. Okay. Today, what I wanted to get done was sound a bit. What I wanted to get done today would be Ravenrock. There's a lot of quest lines there, and I think we should be, thanks to our training session last time, I think we should be more than ready to take on the next level of the colony's development. I believe we have decided to side with Falco Galenus, not Calnius Magius. So let's go and seek him out for a new quest. Oh yes, I have indeed. I will help you. Excellent. I'm glad to have you working with me. From now on, every future assignment you are given will come from me. Very well. Well, I don't have any assignment for you, but perhaps you can help me with something else. I have a difficult decision to make, and your input would be valuable to me. Okay, what decision would that be? Ravenrock is expanding nicely, despite the heavy ore quotas Calnius has insisted on. It's time we built something other than housing, and the funds are available to build either a smithy or a trader's outpost. I'm having a difficult time deciding which would suit us better, and I'd value your opinion. Take some time to think it over, talk to the workers if you like, and come back when you've made up your mind. Okay. Sorry. So, yeah. We now have to decide, I believe also this could be the tavern. Oh, no, that's Gita. He has a pretty huge house, you know. Is that all his house? Now we'll actually go with a kind of a chat poll, but we can't do that now because there is nobody watching right now. I should have totally announced this live stream. Okay, it's just a storehouse. Okay, we have those watchtowers, which are kind of pointless because there's absolutely nobody flipping watching those. So it's just a thing in the middle of nowhere. Okay, you there. What's your opinion there? I don't know what I really care either way, to be honest. I guess I'd have to say a trade would be better to have, since I could buy all sorts of things there. A blacksmith would of course also be useful because, well, they could make use of all that even ore that's harvested here, or mined here. What would be your decision, my friend? Tough question. I think I'd rather see a trader here. Maybe that way more people would be interested in stopping by. Then maybe some of them might want to stay, and that would make the workload a lot lighter for all of us. Okay, so that's 2 in favor of a trader. Okay, what would be your idea? Well, if you ask me, we need a smith here. If the equipment breaks down, we could just get it fixed there, instead of shipping it off to the mainland. But that's just my opinion. That's actually a very good point. What's your... You don't seem to be interested in talking to me at all. What's your idea on that? Asking me? Well, gee, it's nice to know that you think I'm important. I don't really regret this. I think it would be great if there would be if there were a place where I could go shopping and buy some nice new clothes. Maybe something that isn't wool, you know? I'm a very big fan of wool, of course, but after a while it gets a little itchy. It starts to smell. Yeah, the trick is washing it, madame. Washing it. Okay, so we have 3 in favor of the trader and 1 in favor of a smith. So... I think the smith had a really good point. Getting stuff fixed on site is, I think, the better idea. That's a good point. Yeah, decision. I think we could also buy even more stuff there if we really wanted to. Then again, even more stuff is kind of annoying because we are missing some textures there. I'll go with the... it's such a tough decision. Where's the chat when you need it? Also, if I forget, on a way to date this live stream, everybody who celebrates it, Happy Easter. Not sure if I should date things or not. Okay, who's around? Nobody. Very well. Okay, so just checking the Discord. So well, it's such a tough decision. The smith or the trader? We'll get stuff fixed on site and then maybe do a trade another time, I guess. The smith it is. Indeed, a smith would be useful to us. Are you certain that's how we should invest? Once we start a construction, we can't afford to change your mind. Well, I'm sure, I guess. Very well. I'll make sure the work starts promptly. Kanyas needs to be informed, regardless of whether or not he cares. We can't do anything without the utmost regard for procedure. We don't want to give him an edge, okay, fine. So, I guess I'll have to inform Kanyas. I need to inform Kanyas on the decision. Luckily, we still have a Divine Intervention there. So, Cult Shrine. Of course, Kanyas will not be too pleased with our decision. I would imagine. Move it. So, Kanyas, there he is. Not now, Stuart. I'm expecting a decision from Falco. It's colony business, it doesn't concern you. Yeah, we've decided to build a smith there. What? Fine, fine. That's fine. I honestly don't care. Just make sure there are no problems. I don't want to be bothered with this again. Okay. Yep, Kanyas is not too happy. And we now need to find something to do. We also started getting a bit into this entire snow bear and snow wolf armor thing, so I would like to get done with this a bit further. Which means I will try to find some more snow bears, which should be around here. And we also had a quest. We're supposed to save Ulfrid Whitelips, Ulfrid. Some kind of Ulfrid from a Draugr. So let's do that. Okay, that snowbear had a lot of pelts. Have those both. Okay, then there was a burrow here somewhere. Probably this one. Bloodskull Barrow. No, that's not the one I needed. I mean, I kind of want to move quickly, as quick as possible, but on the other hand, I don't want to be facing all those creatures there. I don't want to have to fight off a conga line of things that has gathered to kill us. Because it decided we are the tasty thing of the day. And of course, following my decision to try and stick with the rules I made for myself and kind of sticking with our in-role, in-character decision, I'm going to try and keep both the Ring of Azura and the Ring of the Moon and Star equipped at all times. There's no reason for us to kill those other bears, so I just won't. Okay. I wonder what happened to third. Like, what decision is more canon in terms of what happens later in Skyrim? And obviously, as far as I know, the Nerevarine is supposed to have gone to Akavir, on an expedition, which kind of makes sense because I believe there is little on this continent that will actually pose any sense of challenge to him. So I guess, yeah, it makes sense for him to just move away. Also note, we have 100 sneaking skill and still can't actually crit those guys. Okay, there was a cave somewhere here. This one. Okay, little mumbling. So we'll find that cave, and from there I think we're supposed to go southwest. No, not southwest. Southwest would be the sea. I think it would be southeast. First, something has seen us. Okay, what's that? I think I'll want to practice some more swordsmanship, so we'll go with the... Gosh, all this stuff is expensive. I'll also have to drop some of those items off. Hassin also had a very... actually a pretty damn decent spear. I might, in fact, drop that for the drop the spear of bitter mercy for that. The spear after... Look at those things! I mean, I guess the 50 points of burden won't do us that much good, but the rest, oh my goodness. 10 seconds of stunning, although I guess it might be a bad idea on Cell's time. Everything in that donk has Reflect Magicka. Okay, Hasina has appeared. Oh yeah, also we've found Hassin's ring, which allows us to transform into a werewolf at will. I believe it doesn't actually allow us to transform back at will, so yeah, I'm not going to use that too often. What's that? Falco... Oh, we also need to inform Caused Window about the prophecy thing. Here. South... Okay, Colbjorn Barrow, southeast. So we'll go southeast from here. And we have the worst weather for exploration. This is southeast. I can't see anything really. Oh, so much snow. So much snow. But yeah, Thinarine actually became the Chieftain of Thirsk, which I guess is not necessarily canon. I would suppose that somebody just eventually brought a more impressive trophy to that place and would become the new Chieftain of Thirsk. Ha! At least we can score a crit in the snow. Okay. I think we have seen the Colbjorn Barrow already at some point. I'm pretty sure I've been in front of it already. Screw it, we'll run. There. Didn't I just say I wanted to use the... No, let's use Skull Crush actually. Blunt weapon skills up. And the weight down a bit. Also hello second viewer. Where's that Colbjorn Barrow? That might be it. Here the Colbjorn Barrow. We can find... that's a Bloodskull Barrow. It's kind of weird because I think we are also called Bloodskull, or Bloodskull. Although not quite, I think it's only one over us. Ah, don't do that. Colbjorn Barrow. I guess it's further southeast. It's a bit more south and a bit more east. I should stop creating second viewers, they always drop out when I do that. Okay, that's Ravenrock, so I guess it's not that far southeast. Where would the Colbjorn Barrow be? I'm quite sure we've seen it already. Down there is Ravenrock, so it's probably not there. As our marker, which very helpfully shows on the map. Where's that stupid barrow? Let's kill this dwelling. Yeah, Kjolva asked us to kill her, to kill one of the Scar who I think Erna had acquired. Apparently is stealing her husband. And I'm not sure if I want to do that. I'm a solver of prophecies, not marriage problems. Okay, that one's down. Wonderful. So yeah, with our improved combat skills, which we trained hard for last time. Ah, the Cave of Hidden Music. Suppose he's southeast of that. I think I might be a bit too far southeast. Just that, I might be too far southeast. That the Hawker have returned. Although I think some of those never really died. Oops. Okay, will you stop that? Okay, that was unpleasant. Don't like those Reavers. They also respawn, so there's no means of completely extincting them. Of course, they actually seem to be remarkable perceptive. I wouldn't have noticed myself in this place. Or in this snowstorm, rather. Okay, go let them mumbling. No one's dead, yes. Okay, we'll go back to Gelia's dwelling and try to find this again. I was hoping this pile of rocks on the map here was actually the barrow, but it's not. It said Kolbjorn Barrow. I believe Kolbjorn was actually quite far south. Might have actually been on the way to Ravenrock, so it might actually be near the coast. Let's try this again and actually go to the coast this time. Minerval sometimes not that big, so even without a werewolf form, you will get across the entire place quite fast. Especially once you kind of got to know the place and once you started exploring it a bit more. Especially after this entire there's stones of things, or after the gifts of the All Giver, or the All Maker. You generally have a very good feeling of the land and where things are. I mean, you get around quite a lot. I think it's kind of cool. Also, sorry bear, but you're kind of in the way. Gonna whack you in the kidneys. I've also decided on what I'll play next. Look at that. A little bit of glowing shown here for that stone, which is right over there. Isn't that lovely? Nice little detail. Completely pointless, but nice little detail. Okay, there's Ravenrock. Where would the Kolbjorn Barrow be? We haven't seen it yet, so I guess it's further down the way. Also, Ravenrock will become quite large. I mean, I think it's actually a bit larger than what you can that you can find in Skyrim when you return to Salt's Time. Because at that point it has already been past its prime. This is kind of its prime, when the land is still rich in even ore. And there is a lot of money to be made here. I only see trees, nothing else. No barrows. Keep trying to... Not trying to, but I keep minimizing that when I actually try to get to... I actually try to scroll around on the map, which is kind of annoying. Okay, there's a lot of stones there. We haven't been there though, so it should not necessarily be the Colbion Barrow. There's a bear. I'm not sure it has been there before. Oh yeah, also there's werewolves now. I guess they were remaining hounds of Hesine when when the glacier collapsed. So, werewolves. Everybody, werewolves. They're however not as bad as the ones in the glacier. I think those are just for some reason especially nasty. Colbion Barrow. We've seen that already. I know we've stood in front of it. But I cannot for the life of me remember when and where it was. Why would that werewolf go after me when there's a half-naked lady right here? A fruit hag. That would actually be very helpful because she could help me fill up my magicka. I didn't feel like doing too much of fighting. That might be the Colbion Barrow. I mean, one thing that would actually be worth getting lycanthropy for would be the quest for the cure of it, which I think is way easier to find than the quest for the cure of vampirism. Although I think both also have their advantages. Is that Colbion? No, that's a Stormfund Barrow. Has that bear been there all the time? Okay. I think werewolves will also accost you while during the daytime. Okay, those things should indicate some form of barrow nearby. No, they don't. Just random rocks. This is a barrow, though. Is it a Colbion Barrow, or did I just walk in a giant circle? You there, Colbion? Yes, Colbion Barrow. So somewhere here should be Gaelia's friend. Yeah, we've been here, or we stood in front of that when we escorted the workers to Ravenrock. I don't think 0 damage would be considered critical in any way, shape or form. I hope that's not the friend. Otherwise he has probably seen better days. Or she, I forgot the name. That's the exit, so in we go. Oh, more Stalrim. Lots of it. So I have to return to this place at some point. Okay, there's a... Oh, that's Oddfruit Whitelip. You could have told me it's a skull. I found Oddfried Whiteley, but Galia failed to mention that she was just a skull. No matter, if I return the skull to Galia, he should grant my reward. I mean, he did make it sound a lot more urgent. I don't think there's anything urgent about that skull. Anyway, we found a skull, we will return it, and we'll get a reward, whatever it will be. It would also not be long dead. Oh, Spriggan. Just in case you were doubting that those were still hostile to us. Spriggans still hate me. Okay, we'll dispose of that. But yeah, they're not actually that threatening once you get the gist of not letting them recover from their revival. They actually are kind of slow, so if you just keep hitting them right away, they're kind of easy to kill. It took me a while to figure out they die 3 times only. Or they revive 3 times. No, 2 times actually. When I first fought one, I thought they were basically immortal because they kept respawning. And I think it was, the first time I saw them was actually the one with the seed, so it was kind of impossible to actually keep track of which one I have hit and which one I had killed already and which one I hadn't. So I think I only killed like 1 or 2 out of the 5, and then they always got me. So yeah, this made things a lot easier. Also, they're building way more than just a smith here. You sure you couldn't just have built 2 buildings, like 1 trader and 1 smith? It doesn't seem that hard. It's not like land is actually scarce here. Okay, anyway, where's Falco? Could have just recalled here and then walked the rest of the way. Oh well.
Decisions are good, but good decisions are better.
Yeah, we'll return here. I think we'll also get a quest in the mine there at some point. And we might also get the next piece of our snow creature harness, or snow creature equipment, clothing, suit of armor, if you will. I believe you actually can't encounter wolves during the daytime, by the way, so if you want to steer clear of those for whatever reason. I mean, there's plenty of reasons to avoid being or meeting any werewolves, but if you really want to make sure, just rest inside during the daytime, during the nighttime, and it should be fine. I'm also not sure if you can become both a werewolf and a vampire. I know it is kind of excluding each other. In later installments of the series, although I don't think there's actually something such as lycanthropy in Oblivion. Obviously it is there in Skyrim, but you can't correct it in Oblivion as far as I'm aware. Although do feel free to correct me there if I am in fact wrong. It's been a while. Also, does anybody know where the Brodia Grove is? There was one quest that's there that I kind of liked.
They've taken my Oddfried, my sweet dear Oddfried.
Adventure, you've returned, and you found Oddfried. Yes, I know, Oddfried is a skull. She was a skull when I first found her, but she does talk to me. I hear her voice inside my head. I would have told you the truth, but I didn't want you to think I was crazy. So tell me, numbertwelve, do you want me to tell your future? Well, we've kind of sorted out two prophecies already, so yes, another future telling would be nice. Don't you dare give me a prophecy, though. Ah, adventurer, the skull of Oddfried Whitelip is speaking to me, telling me your future. She says you've accomplished much here, on Soul's time, and your future is unclear. But wait, she sees something else, something very cloudy, something that could affect us all. When the dragon dies, the Empire dies. Where is the lost dragon's blood, the Empire's sire? And from the womb of the void, who shall stem the blood tide? I do not know what this means. It is very unclear. Very unclear indeed. Could you stop giving me vague prophecies, for crying out loud? What's your background? You're a warlock. That's kind of cool. What about Caused Wind Eye? Can't say you know who that is. Fine. Don't then. Ah, the weather. Always the weather. So I can't say I'm particularly fond of the section in the glacier. Because I think those werewolves are just... I mean, they're kind of impossible to dodge, really. You can't sneak past them because your companions will be drawing all the attention to them. Which makes it even harder to actually get them through alive. And it's also impossible to actually... I don't know if you can actually sneak past them on your own. I mean, we are in the lightest... Well, the second lightest bit of equipment we can have. Which is the... which is light armor. We're wearing light boots, and I think that also affects your sneaking chance. Obviously, with heavier boots, you have a harder time sneaking. And yeah, they did notice us quite well. And I think the developers just went a bit overboard with the damage they gave the werewolves. Although, of course, we could have probably brought some silver gear and it would have been a lot easier for us to kill them. But yeah, I didn't quite think about that. Never did, sorry about that. Oh, I see more wildlife approaching me. Yeah, there's one more quest that I would definitely like to get into. That's the Altar of Thron. Not quite what I'm after. The Altar of Thron, if you're wondering, is the place where you can actually get cured of your lycanthropy if you wish to drop the curse of a werewolf. And I think you actually do this several times if you really need to. Although, as I said, it has quite a horrible price, so you probably don't want to do it all that often. Wow, this one spell just gave me all my magicka back. Thank you for that, but I don't need more magicka. You can stop slinging spells at me now. Okay, let's explore Saltstein a bit more. Make our way towards Sky Village again. Okay, someone just drew a weapon. Oh, just some Reeklings. I was kind of afraid we'd get some more of those raiders. Which in itself aren't that dangerous. It's more the fact that they often come with a pack of archers, which are kind of annoying. Because they will try to keep a distance between you and them. Ooh, a white wolf. I need your pelt. Good, sir. And unlike the style room, which is actually limited, those are infinite, so you can get a full suit of Snow Wolf kit. Have I found any dwellings here? No. I believe there might be one in this general direction, so we'll explore the place a bit further and see where that leads us. Also, I'm part of the scar now. No. Kind of weird, you can become part of the Ashlands, but you do not become part of the Scar. Although I guess they just don't have this kind of formal structure. Oh great, more Weaklings. Running. I was happy they would run straight past me. Do you stop it? Which one of you am I even hitting? I think we're so gonna have to use our blacksmith's hammer when we get back to Skal village. So this here is the altar of Thrond. Another Rickling right there. You know what, screw it. I'm gonna get his attention. Snow Wolf. Let's get up here first. I believe there is nothing here as long as we... yeah, no. Actually have to be aware of in order to get the quest location here to do something. What we're looking for here is basically a huge black raven, I think. Which is actually a hag. Or a witch. Not sure which would be or which term for it is the proper one. You'll be trapped there, my friend. Okay, lovely. I believe this is too far north. I think the Brodia Grove was actually further south. Somewhere in this area here. Not close to the coast. There's one more thing that actually gets you to the Gildenhul grave. It has a lot of money in it, and as of Skyrim's Return to Solstheim, it also has, I think, the solution to one of the better quests in that, which is the treasure hunt thing. You first have to track down pieces of armor of the of some famous pirate captain. Okay, that was easy. Kind of wonder why those aren't all why those berserkers aren't eaten by werewolves all the time. They're clearly not that tough. I mean, you've seen how good my hammer was against those werewolves and how good those werewolves were against my staff. So at least those raiders there haven't returned yet. I think those might have been smugglers, not raiders. Not that it really makes a difference. What's over there? Ah, it's just part of the tree. I thought it was some blue spirity thing there, but no. Just a tree. Just a tree. Let's go into that cave here. I think it's not the one I need to go into. Solstheim Gloomy Cave. That sounds ominous. Okay. Who or what lives here? Apparently there's somebody living here. Currently not at home, it would appear. Any indication as to who it might be? I think those might as well be the witches that... There's a Rising Force potion here, but I don't see anything that's worth using it for. We'll just leave this cave again. Or if there's a certain time of day when somebody is actually there. But I do not know when that time might be. So I think we should be receiving our should be to receive our. Are that the stones I'm looking for? Probably our Snow Wolf Cuirass, or even the second piece of armor. Not sure which one I already requested, so we'll look into that. I'm also only doing like I'm probably going to do like 2.5 hours of streaming today, not more because I have stuff to do. Apparently those smugglers have returned. I like our block chances now. I mean, it feels like we're already pretty good at blocking. Once you basically start getting decent into a skill and you just keep using it, you actually don't have a long way to go until it's actually maxed out. Not sure if I actually can capture any petty souls, and I know I'm using actually a bit too much here. Was that a bear? So it was just a snowy peak. Also, I've seen that guy there. Just don't care about a berserker anymore.
You will die where you stand.
Let's get this bear out of the way as well. And yeah, with blocking, those things are a lot less threatening. Not that they were too threatening to begin with. There is Uncle Sweetchair's shack. No, I think last time actually, on my first playthrough, I killed him when I was a werewolf. I actually told him I'd let him pass, but then I turned into a werewolf and I was really hungry, so he kinda had to die as well. Plague wolves. Oh, well, at least one of those was a crit. Okay, are we done here? Yes. This is, I think, the grave where the wind was. Was it? No, it's the Vibrando Dragon thing, so it was where we got this quest from the other Skull Warrior. Oh, all those memories. I believe by the time we want to get a Stalrim from in there, we'll also be way past with the Drago will have long respawn. So what I'm looking for here, by the way, is a bunch of 3 standing rocks. Not like those, and not like the, not as big as the gift zones from the Allmaker. But yeah, 3 standing rocks. What's that place? Luke's Term Barrow. Yeah, there are a few things that will lead us in there, but nothing right now. And I really don't want to use the Spear of the Hunter on those guys, because that will lead to me being paralyzed a whole lot. But the Spear of the Hunter has an amazing minimum damage. Way better than the Spear of Bitter Mercy, so we're so gonna use that thing. We are so gonna use that thing. So what we're looking for here is a bunch of 3 standing rocks near a cave entrance. I'm having a very hard time finding right now. Okay, let's go for a bit more of a challenge. Also, let's save the game here. Yes, come on, all of you. Bring it, Rickling. I'm so glad there's no such thing as a couched weapon in this game. Like in Mountain Blade, where that was basically an instant kill most of the time. after the Easter holidays and after the stream is done, I'll probably have to do some tests, because I think I know what I want to stream next. Oh, finally, we make another point progress towards our level up. Okay, well, I think that's too far. So I'll just move to Thirsk right now. If I can find the place. Also, this lovely orange flame on the lake should be gone now. Much to my personal dismay. I liked it. It's helpful for navigating the place. You can see that from very far away, even... well, not quite as well in a snowstorm, but even in a snowstorm you can actually see the damn thing. Thirsk is over there somewhere. I think there was another batch of Ricklings over in this side of the valley. Nope, not quite. Oh, there they are. Stop it! Not sure the setup of my shield is. Vermin thing. Also, I'm kind of sorry for not streaming for the last 2 days, but as I said, I've been spending some quality time with the family. Mom usually invites me around for the Easter festivities, so not that we do too much festivities, but I was invited and I did not want to turn that down. He's an excellent cook, so certainly worth it. Okay, you there. We have a snow wolf. Oh, that's a pelt. Yeah, we drop those off.
I can craft armor worthy of a chieftain.
Didn't I have a snow wolf pelt? Oh yeah, you're making a snow bear armor for me. Okay, we have a snow bear cuirass here. I kind of want to drop that over there. So the snow bear cuirass is a medium armor. Not a bad one per se. Although I think the artifact stuff we have is better. Yeah, 220, way better than that one. It's a nice cuirass, and I think it's very, very fitting for Souls time, because it's, well, in-roll. It's a resist frost constant effect. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Could you make me snow bear pauldrons now? Okay, let's drop the other pelts in here. I don't want to accidentally use them for alchemy. We're going to use them here anyway, so I think this is a good idea. I think my snow wolf cuirass is in the village already, on the Skal village, where I might have dropped it off. Let's look at Lake Fjalding, where, as I said, the flame should have disappeared. Yeah, there seems to be no more flame on that. I like those hawkers. They're not really as hostile as they were in Skyrim. Kind of as they will be. I should probably say as they will be in Skyrim, right? Because it is, after all, the future. Do I have any hammers left? No, but one of those repair prongs. Oh yeah, the shield has taken quite a beating. Okay, that's fine. I would drop off the Spear of Bitter Mercy in my house. I would prefer to have it in Tel Uvirith. Which is, well, it kind of is my house, but it's my mushroom house. And it's where I keep my artifacts, because I have Dwemer guards there. I mean, the Sky trust me, but you can never know. You can never know with those guys. And Daedric artifacts, or rather the Daedric princes they belong to, are often known for making sure that stuff gets passed around. Although, can we actually get a quest from Maroon's Dagon? I'm not sure if we can, actually. Where the hell is Scar? Shouldn't there? Yeah, there it is. Okay. There is Scar Village. Oh.
I'm ready for anything.
Where's Caused Wind Eye?
The Scar will
Oh, there you are.
creatures have gone.
The Blood Moon prophecy is no more, and the Scar live on. The time of Fast and Hardfang is past, but the Scar will remember him as a once great warrior who has fallen. The prophecy is ended. The werewolves dwindle in number, the fire in the lake is no more, and the hawkers have begun to return to the island. You will be honored among the Scar for the part you have played in this. Okay, fine. What about Hardfang? I have heard whispers on the wind of the fate of Hardfang. He had been tempted by dark magic and was corrupted by it. I can only hope that our next leader does not suffer the same fate. As for who the leader is, will be, only time will tell. You would be a good leader, I think, but you are not Scar born. While you will be remembered with honor, you cannot lead. For now, I will guide the Scar until the time when the Allmaker lets it be known who will carry the mantle. And I believe this is something we cannot actually do. We basically can't. There is nothing that will make them elect us as their leader. Is my stuff still here? I think I dropped the... oh yeah, the Mace of Ivar. Right here. Yeah, 90 kilograms. That's just too much. I know it's better than the Skull Crusher, but I just prefer to have this in there. I just prefer to have Skull Crusher because it weighs nothing, okay? There's nothing to dislike about a completely weightless weapon. There's much more to dislike about this horrible weather here. I actually have to look on the map where the bloody blacksmith was. Oh, the quiet Ice Mane. Blood Skull. Ingmar's house. The Great Hall. What else? Stupid blacksmith. Shaman's Hut, Lasno, Ice Mane. Ah, over there. Okay, so you can't even see that in that blizzard. I mean, I'm actually glad we don't have blizzards in Germany. At least I've never really experienced one. Oh boy. Book. That's a fancy. It even has pictures in it. Look at that. It looks like a Christian picture though. Look at that. Yeah, it more looks like a bit of a Bible because this clearly is Jesus, but interesting. Oh, it's that room. Okay. Let's barter. You don't have anything I want to buy from you. I would like to sell you this blade. Yeah, that's fine. I could have bought a silver sword from him. But for now, let's store some stuff in our house. And I think my house was on the other side. I know that's... yeah, it is on the other side of the Great Hall. One of these days I will remember. Maybe. Ah yeah, that's my Snow Wolf Cuirass and a whole lot of books I dropped off. I'm still to find Bones Part 1. I think we've seen it once, but I didn't think of picking it up then. Okay, so first off, I think the Stalrim Longsword has served us well, but it will probably stay here because it's so freaking heavy. True Flame, it's kind of my own sword, so I want to keep it. Those are going to be sold. The Spear of the Hunter, we'll probably pick that up when we return. It's a nice spear though, look at it. It's very similar to the Spear of Bitter Mercy in terms of damage, but it has a much higher... it has a much higher minimum damage, so it should be better than that. It's just slightly heavier. I'm not sure why it's actually worth less than the Spear of Bitter Mercy. This is the spear that was wielded by a Daedra, so can't be that bad. Also has a very, very strong effect, so why would you not want that over this thing which was completely flipping useless against the werewolves? Oh well. Okay, anything else I want to drop off here? Black Hands Dagger didn't do us that well either. Although it might have done well in against the werewolves, but I didn't use it. Okay, now we have a lot of free weight again. Lovely. Might even go in here and grab that thing which we have been given after all. Yoink, it's mine now. Might even be an artifact in the museum. Where's my house again? I think on this side. Although I think with this mace, I could have done a lot more than just receiving or returning the gifts of the Armmaker. It's a fine weapon. Okay, we have done this. What's one with the Aurora? Let's see if we can do something in there. Maybe he has a quest for us. You there. No, nothing. Okay. Yeah, no quest for us here. Not everybody has a quest for you. Okay. There. Let's just say, yeah, we've survived the Blood Moon and it's fine. I've actually seen the Blood Moon. I should have probably looked at the sky. Can I sleep this time around? If I sleep for like 8 hours, which I totally deserve right now. Yes. No assassins, no werewolves, no ash zombies, nothing. That's no source of rating for the last 8 hours. I presume it might just be a new one. I mean, it's probably a new one because we don't have several inches of snow here. Or centimeters if you prefer the more civilized units. I kinda wanna go back to the fort and see if we can get some hammers from there. I don't want to pay the blacksmiths there because I want to level up my armory skill. Or my armorer skill, rather. So let's use the Divine Intervention. I think the armorer was on this side. Yes, wonderful. Do you happen to have a hammer now?
What say
you? Could you sell me any hammers? No. Fine. Yeah, they have silver stuff here, silver longswords, silver daggers, iron longswords. They have no silver spears. It's quite an annoying oversight.
I've got nothing more to say.
Okay. And just in case you do become a werewolf, you should be on the lookout here. I think there's a little note here that says if you happen to be cursed with lycanthropy, you should totally go and seek me at the altar of Thrond. That's basically how I get that quest. Okay, let's see if we can find something this way. I believe Brody Grove is actually this way somewhere. Should be. Ah, my memory is so fuzzy. I also believe the layout of Solstheim has been changed a bit. I think in Skyrim the fortress was somewhere over in this area. It was straight east from Ravenrock, if memory serves. I might be wrong about that. It's not a big deal, really. It's a tiny detail. And again, maybe Ravenrock itself has also shifted around a bit. Although, I guess it makes sense. There was a huge volcanic eruption, so... I guess it might have slightly deformed the landmass. Any more wolves? No. Do I have any arrows left? Yes. Oh, lots of them actually, so why not use them right now? Okay, at least that works nicely. This bow was so worth not paying it. I believe I could also summon a Daedric bow if I really wanted to. But I prefer being somewhat independent of my magical resources. At least when it comes to having a bow. There's something straight north of us which is unexplored, which might be the thing I'm looking for. This here is the Stormwind Barrow. We've been in there. Well, no, we've not been in there, but we will go in there at some point. Okay, there's another wolf. I like shooting those plague wolves, actually. They go down in one hit, which means they're perfect targets, if you don't mess up the shot, of course. Also quite plentiful. There. You can see you have to have a bit up and to the right of the intended target. Don't leave that bear alone. Why is my sneaking gone right now? Okay, let's go north. Keep moving north. Is that the... okay, I think this bear might have to die. Oh, we'll try to get by. Also, of course, you also gain a reward for the quests Hercine gives you. Hercine, I think it's more like a French word, so it's Hercine. Anyway, the rewards basically are, I think, a bone wolf and something else. I believe one of those actually you do more damage with your claws. Not that you really need to, mind you. Okay. Where is that stupid place? We'll go north. We'll keep going north, maybe we'll find it. Is that... that might be it. Over there. Past that bear. Okay, friend bear, I will leave you alive if you leave me alone. I think that's a fair deal. Also, now, when I first fought these springs, I thought I was doing something wrong because they kept waking up. And I thought, yeah, there must be a way to get them down in the first kill, but no, there isn't. There absolutely isn't. They will die through us, and I think it was at some point that one of the... I think that's totally it. Ah, yeah, that's the stones, and that's the spring in there. And I tried everything. I tried hitting them with swords, axes, maces, arrows, fire damage, soul trap, everything. And until somebody told me, yeah, the Spriggans die thrice. It's just how they are. It's what they do. Maybe we can kill it. Yeah, nope. Though we could get in the first hit, I suppose. Screw it. Where is Hercine's spear when you need it? Time to get True Flame out again. It has mostly recharged its charges anyway. I know you want to get up again. anything. Do you have any heartwood? No, just some belladonna berries. We don't care about those particularly, but it's fine. Okay, yeah, this is the place I wanted. The Brodia Grove. There's also a map marker, yes. It wasn't all that far away from Ravenrock after all. Great. I just took the very, very long and scenic route. And in here is a person with a quest. Ulfgar the Unending. Hello, mister. Ah, a visitor. And an elf, no less. In my youth I would have hewn you like an oak, and bathed in your invaded blood. But that was a long time ago, and the years have mellowed my mood. In any event, it's been quite a while since I've had any company. I'm afraid I don't have much to offer a guest, unless of course you come to hear a barbarian's sad tale. Yes, do regale me with it, please. Do regale me with a sad tale. Let's hear it. I came to Solstheim with 4 of my brothers in arms. We were on a quest, you see. We were getting close, we could feel it. But then one of our fellowship, a powerful sorcerer named Grimkill, betrayed the rest of us. He laid an ambush and assailed us with powerful magic. I managed to slay Grimkill, but not before my 3 other companions were turned to stone. You may have seen them, for they are the 3 standing stones of Brodia Grove, not far from here. Oh, so those are... Okay, Brodia Grove is where Grimkill ambushed us. My friends were turned to stone on that very spot, and there they remain, a monument of betrayal. I too was caught in the spell, but I thought I had been spared its effects. I was wrong. Instead of killing me, like it did my friends, Grimkill's magic turned me into living stone. You see, these events did take place 500 years ago. I have remained here ever since, and here I will stay, until I finally find the entrance to Sovngarde. Sovngarde is the name of the fortress erected by the god Shor as a gift to the Valiant. It is said that if a Nord can locate the hidden entrance to Sovngarde, they can dwell in its mead-filled halls forever. That's the quest we're on, you see. It's where Grimkill betrayed us, where he tried to turn us all into stone. He was attempting to create his own magical portal to Sovngarde. Now Grimkill is dead, as are my friends. I have failed our quest. Don't you understand? For 500 years I have searched for the entrance to Sovngarde. I have been all across the Empire and back, but I cannot find it. Once my companions and I served Isgramor, and counted ourselves among his 500 companions. We helped drive the elves out of Skyrim. We earned our place in Sovngarde. If in your travels you discover the entrance to Sovngarde, let me know. And I will be forever in your debt. I have tried and failed. So yeah, he wants to go to Sovngarde. Now the avid player will know what Sovngarde is and how to get there. Of course, poor Ulfgar does not know. So we need to find a Sovngarde, which is not quite on Solstheim, although I guess it's kind of everywhere. We'll get to that in just a moment. Because we have nothing else to do anyway. I wish to go to Thirsk.
This is too easy.
Oi, you! Okay, problem solved. Where's my healing spell? It's also time for book reading again in just a moment. Any snow creatures? Snow bear would be nice. I think we need more of those pelts. I didn't quite check the price list to see what was needed and what wasn't, or how many pelts we would need. I don't think we'll be short on cash. If we are, we'll just sell some things in Morrowind to the Artifact Museum. That should actually cover everything. Okay. Oh, no, this how I think it was showing a little flame effect on the way to drawing the sword. Why would I get a journal entry for should be nearly complete? Would that create grilled meat? Would be nice. Anyway, we'll get to Thirsk and then we'll recall to Ravenrock
Die where you stand.
and see if they need any help there. I wish there was something that actually showed you the charge of your weapon in a more accessible point. Like, this is all nice and dandy, but it doesn't show you how much charge your stuff still has. I think the Blade of Narrow is actually very, very conservative when it comes to a weapon, or when it comes to using the charges of your weapon. It's not using this stuff up as quickly as I would expect it, really. 30 points of flame damage are quite a lot, and we seem to be getting quite a lot of use out of those few charges we have. Again, for all I know, all that makes this enchantment work is just somebody smearing this tar stuff on the blade. Oh, they are actually hostile. I thought they were kind of cool there, but apparently they are hostile. Oh well. Also, does the Refract return? Let's find out. Is its cave even still there? I think it is. Yes, it is. Is it less? Is there still something in here? Probably not, but I want to see. Nope, there is not. Refract is dead. Wouldn't say that's a shame. Although it wasn't really a threat either. Why does Hawkers not attacking us? They don't seem interested in me. Oh, it was this guy. It was apparently this guy. And really, I wouldn't attack the guy with the flaming sword and the magical shield effect surrounding him. Okay, let's hear the song again. You there, sing!
In the cave he met the beast, and cut quite short its evil feast. And when the Udefrag did fall, the chieftain came and claimed his hall.
Oh, wonderful.
Hail the chieftain of Thirsk, slayer of the Udefrag. May the mead flow forever.
Okay, so why are we here? First off, I think I emptied... This is the weapon we got. Which would, I think, count as a silver weapon as well. What we're in here for is actually this guy here. Oh, hello, my lord. I have a gift for you. Just a little something. I've written a revised edition of my history of Thirsk. I would like for you to have the first copy. It chronicles your valiant battle against the Udefrag, and adds you to the list of chieftains. May you rule over Thirsk for years to come. We will, actually.
Ah, friend.
Ability Gestal has given me a gift. A revised edition of his history of Thirsk that chronicles my battle with the Udefrag, and adds my name to the list of chieftains. Very useful. But what we're really here for is Sovngarde a re-examination. I wish this book. I could actually also talk to him about it. Can I? Oh yes, yes. The Dawns believe that God Shore construct a magnificent fortress where valiant Nord warriors may live forever, feasting, fighting, and basically doing everything Nords like to do. The trick is finding the way in. According to the legend, the entrance to Sovngarde is hidden, and only those who take up the search may ever find a way in. But according to my research, which I've chronicled in my new book, the way into Sovngarde isn't quite as they thought. So luckily we have actually read this book, We have bought it, we will read it now. You actually have to read it for the journal entry to trigger. We'll read this one first. We'll scroll right through the pages that won't be interesting. Here, there we are. A dark elf male slew the Udifract and presented its heart as a battle trophy. Yes, killed the wolf runner. Slew Grizz the Yellow and presented his head as a battle trophy. Rooted with thirst for 3 years, slain in the meat hall. And I still believe Udifract would now be a brief time chieftain for a few days. But yeah, now we are in here, so it'd actually be nice to... I think this book is also existing in Skyrim, so it would be nice to see who was actually the real leader here. Anyway, death. It is something we all face, or do we? Just as ask the nearest Nord what he thinks of the end of life, and you'll likely be treated to a horrific story of blood, bone and viscera, of courageous deeds and heartbreaking sorrow. Carnage notwithstanding, there may be even more to death than the average Nord warrior realizes. New evidence suggests a life beyond the battlefield, where a valiant Nord may live forever, downing meat and engaging in contests of strength and skill. But in order to fully understand the possibility of a Nord's eternal life after death, one must first re-examine the legend surrounding that most wondrous of all warriors' retreats, Sovngarde. According to the ancient writings and oral traditions of the Nord, going back as far as the late Merethic era, there exists a place so magnificent, so honored that the entrance lies hidden from view. Sovngarde, it is called, built by the god Shor to honor those Nords who have proven their mettle in war. Within this hall of valor, time as we know it has no meaning. The concepts of life and death are left on the doorstep, and those within exist in a sort of self-contained euphoria, free of pain, suffering, and the worst malady a Nord could suffer, boredom. But just how well hidden the entrance to Sovngarde has been a matter of much scholarly debate, and there are those who believe Shor's Great Hall is just a myth. For there are no actual accounts from Nords who have experienced the wonders of Sovngarde and returned to tell the tale. Not that this has stopped anyone from looking. Some Nords spend a lifetime of searching for the mysterious hidden entrance to Sovngarde. Most return home sad and broken, their hearts heavy with failure. They'll never know the pleasure of a mead flagon that never empties, or a wrestling tournament without end. What, some may ask, does the entrance to Sovngarde have to do with death? Everything. According to a series of ancient parchments recently discovered in the attic of a deceased Nord's home in Cyrodiil, what at first seemed to be a series of love letters was later found to be a correspondence between one Felga Fourfingers, a medium of some note, and the ghost of a Nord warrior named Rolf the Large. According to the parchments, Rolf had spent his entire life searching for the entrance to Sovngarde, without success. He was returning home to his village in Skyrim when he was waylaid by a band of giants. Rolf fought bravely, but was quickly killed, and the giants proceeded to play catch with his head. Amazingly, all of this was seen by Rolf in a ghostly form as he drifted away from the scene, soaring upwards into the heavens, where he finally arrived at the magnificent hall of Sovngarde. Rolf could not believe his good fortune, and his foolishness for not having realized the truth so many years before. For death was the entrance to Sovngarde. So he was told by Shor himself, who greeted Rolf the Large as brother, and personally handed him a leg of roast mutton and the hand of a comely wench. Sovngarde, Shor told him, can be entered by any Nord who dies valiantly in honourable combat. It is time for Nords to learn the truth. Eternal life can be theirs without a need to spend an entire mortal life in vain pursuit of something completely unattainable. In the end, valiant Nords can enter Sovngarde. Dismemberment, decapitation or evisceration seems a small price to pay for the chance to spend an eternity in Shor's wondrous hall. So yeah, that's the quest solution here. The book Sovngarde, A Re-Examination contains new theories on the god Shor's mythical Hall of Valor. Of particular interest is the suggestion that the entrance of Sovngarde doesn't actually exist in the physical world. All a Nord has to do to enter Sovngarde is to die in honourable combat. I should get this book back to Ulfgunni unending. He'll be very interested in what it has to say. We should indeed, but first we'll want to see if the blacksmith out here has a hammer I can buy. And then we'll recall. I thought it was still his hammer. He's supposed to make armor with that. What's my armor doing? Okay, you're still on that. That's fine. I would like to barter with you though. Ah, no hammers. Well, maybe we'll get lucky. They have no spears. Look at that, there are no silver spears. Axes, battle axes, maces, long swords. daggers, no spears. I do not approve of your... What can you tell me about your diffract? Oh, nothing. Fine. I would like to recall now. Also, I missed this actually. You there, Falco.
Decisions are good, but good decisions are better.
Do you have an assignment? Really? You can't just send him a letter? Fine, I'll let Carnius know that the work is almost done. Got nothing else to do, really.
Stay as long as you like, friend. It would be a privilege to talk to you.
You there, move it. So, when should Carnius know that smithy is done? Fine, fine, now leave me alone. Okay, now back to Ravenrock. How's my mysticism? Once we ignite, we might actually want to go to... we're still away from that. But once we ignite, we want to go to the Imperial Cult and grab our final rank there. Shouldn't really matter, but I want this final rank. Should be a final one. I don't think the cult actually has more than that. Okay, Falco, 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 here. What is that still from? Come here.
Decisions are good, but good decisions are better.
It seems that nothing is easy. Carnius' replacement supply ship has brought new problems with it, namely one Barrow Ignatius. He seems to think that he deserves extra payment for delivering our supplies, and taking the ore back to the mainland, and I, for one, have no intention of giving it to him. I've given up trying to reason with him. Why don't you try talking some sense into him? What can you tell me about him? He's captain of a new supply ship that's arrived. He should still be down by the dock. I don't believe he's budged since he made his demand for extra payment. How much are we talking about here? He's demanding a ridiculous sum of money. I won't even repeat what it is, or else he'll refuse to take any of the ore back to the mainland. This is unacceptable, and something needs to be done about it. I've tried reasoning with him to no avail. I'd like you to talk to him. Me or my fists?
Decisions are good, but good decisions are better.
That's a big ship. I like that. So, Barrow Ignatius, eh? Let's see. We'll save the game again. I need a drink. I really need a drink. Excuse me for just a second. Lovely. Okay, Mr. Ignatius. Well now, have they finally sent someone to deliver the extra payment I requested? I told them that if I was going to make this trip on top of what Elberoth was doing, it'd cost them. And I'm tired of waiting. Who's Elberoth? He's a friend of mine. Not much to look at, and certainly not much of a captain, but he was a hell of a fighter. Always ran anything that stupid sword of his. But what business is it of yours? Let's talk about an extra payment of mine, shall we? That's right, you see this boat? It doesn't go anywhere until I've got the money in my hands. Your boss already knows what I'm after, and unless you're here to give it to me, I suggest you get lost, or otherwise you might get hurt. So he has stated something about Elberoth's sword. I believe that was the replacement captain, and I hope he hasn't despawned yet. Otherwise we might be in trouble. Because I believe this quest is basically just show him... well, he said Elberoth was one hell of a fighter, right? So if we go... yeah, Elberoth. He was a hell of a fighter here. So... we'll talk some sense into him by showing that stupid sword of his, or of Elberoth. And basically bending the truth a bit.
Face death.
Well, you're getting a quick ride to Servant Guard today. And considering the Nord's overall tendency to battle, the place must be crammed. The Servant Guard must be packed with the Nord. Has it been 3 days since that happened? Or since we've been here? I think it has. So I hope the sword is actually just there. Or Elbrel's corpse is one of those that don't actually disappear. Okay, there's the ship. There might be new Draugr here. Okay, where is Elroth's sword? Oh no, didn't Apollonia thingamajig said something about that sword? I think she says she nicked it from the captain to ward off the Draugr. Where is she? I think that's basically why it's good to get her back home. You there?
Well, if it isn't you again.
Go down with Elberoth. He was completely incompetent as a ship captain, I can tell you that much. Such an odd little bosmer too. Thought he was the best fighter in the province, always waving that sword around. But then the ship crashed and he was injured. For all his talk of being a good fighter, he sure didn't last long against those horrible undead things. I ended up taking his saber and using it to defend myself. About the only thing he ended up being good for, in my opinion. Could I have that saber? It certainly came in handy. Now that I think of it though, I don't really have much of a use for it. Here, take it. Not like it's worth much of anything, but odds are you'd be more likely to use it than I ever will. Well, there's Elroth's saber. Is it any good? Not really, it's a shoddy saber. Very straight for a saber as well. But we want to use that. Okay, and I think with that in hand, don't try to intimidate you. That sword looks like Elroth. Is that his saber? It is indeed. How did you? But where? So it's true. He's dead. You don't mean to tell me that you? I mean, you didn't kill him, did you? Okay, listen. Maybe I made a bit of a mistake. All right. How about I just take the ship and deliver the ore, and we won't have any sort of problem at all. Just don't hurt me. Look, I'm going now. You see. Wonderful. Yeah, Barrow Ignatius recognized Elbereth's saber while I was holding it, and mistakenly thinks I've killed Elbereth. This works in my favor, since he's now willing to transport the goods without any extra payment. Wonderful. I believe, of course, that Carnius would have probably told me to kill him, although I think he actually might have told him that there was more money in this. So is that? Ah, that's a smith. Wonderful. We want to see him in a moment. Yes, I'm here for the assignment. You spared me from having to make that extra payment, and for that I thank you. Well done, well done. Perhaps things can return to normal. And he just gave me that extra payment. Can I get a promotion? Woohoo! I'm now a fixer. Haha. Fixing problems left, right, and center and all the way. Anyway, I want a new assignment. The logs from the mines aren't ending up. Ore is disappearing. And if my hunch is right, Urin Marin is the one making it disappear. Of course, if my hunch is right, we're going to need proof of his theft. Who is Urin Marin? I won't reveal where the information came from, but I can tell you that I believe he's hiding the ore in a chest in his house until he can offload it to somewhere else. I want you to find that chest, get the ore from it. You'll need his key. You need this key to get into his house. Oh, my friend, I don't need this key. I do not need any keys, but we want to go to the smith. Okay, we might need a key for that if we didn't have the skeleton key. We'll go in here first, though. Ah, Sabrina Vitelia. Ah, yes, I'm the Narrowreen. I would like to barter with you. You have a lot of money. I like seeing that. I can finally sell at least one of those jink blades. I can buy this hammer. She has a saint's shield, which is kind of nice. a Blessed Shield, which is rubbish, a whole lot of silver arrows, which could have come in handy in the... oh no, actually they didn't do that well against the werewolves. And funnily enough, not that much ebony stuff. Considering that's what this colony is good for, that's surprising. Okay.
Greetings. What shall we talk about?
Why is that so weirdly green? I mean, I like it. It looks kind of cool. Also, I'll probably just drop off Elboros Saber over here. Certainly not worth that weight, so screw it. Go back to the Sword of Nerevar. Because style bonus. Okay, you're in Murren. Can hammer our stuff into shape again. Also, oh no, those seem to be weightless. So that's fine. And I'm not sure if that's kind of a design overlook. Oh wow. That there seems to be no real creature that actually goes into the greater soul gems. Like, there's plenty of stuff that goes into big ones and plenty of stuff for the common ones, but everything else seems to be a bit left behind. I believe we'll also be soon out of stuff to do, or soon out of buildings to be built here. Okay, where is Uren Murren? Yeah, that chest is empty. Let's be on the lookout here further. There's got to be something else to put. It's not in here. Let's close that back up. It's clearly not in here. It would appear that was not where he suspected it. Okay, let's talk to Falco about that. Falco.
Okay, the supply ship is fine. What else can go wrong?
What? My information was very reliable. It may be that he was tipped off by someone who I don't claim to have a monopoly on tipped off by someone. I don't claim to have a monopoly on spying here at Ravenrock. Well, if we don't have any evidence, then we'll just have to catch him red-handed. He should be in the mine. Follow him and see if he does anything suspicious. Take care not to be seen by anyone, as they could alert him to your presence. I'm kind of glad I'm good at sneaking. So yeah, up, down to the mine we go. There's a quest that will lead us to the mine. Since I don't have to be seen by anyone, I'll save the game before I do that. I believe the game is somewhat forgiving in that regard, but we'll still want to be careful. Okay, Urimura is heading towards the storage room. I need to follow him but keep my distance. I suppose this guy's Urin Murren. I think he actually waits for me. Being very suspicious there. You're sneaking. I can see that. You know a guy named Fargoth by any chance? Okay, so there's that. So he's going there. Okay. I have to talk to him there. You're there. What are you doing here? That is a perfectly good explanation for this, I assure you. Okay, what would that be? Yes, yes, you see, well, I was, okay, fine, you can't be. But I swear, I didn't want to do this. Kanyes put me up to it. He said he'd kill me if I didn't steal as much ore as I could. Oh, so Kanyes is behind this. Who would have thought that? Well, except everybody, of course. You should totally hear that. Falco, would you...
The supply ship is fine. What else can go wrong?
Yeah, about that. Just as I suspected. I didn't want to say anything at the time, but I was relatively sure that Kanyes was involved. Well, now that we have a witness, perhaps it's time that we bring this matter to the attention of the investors. I'll see to it that Urin is sequestered in one of the colony's storerooms for now. Go see what Kanyes has to say for himself, won't you? I will, of course. I believe this will not yet be the end of this quest line, by the way. But we will confront Kanyes about this. And I will keep my weapon ready, just in case. You never know. Oh, nice. What is it? Yeah, which topic would I want to pick here? Urin Marin. He's a thief, and clearly a liar as well. Oh, don't worry, I'll take care of this personally, but I assure you I had nothing to do with it. Okay, fine. It says Urin Marin will be dealt with. I'm not sure if that's a good thing to hear. I also want to find a bed I can rest in. Preferably without having to go to the Skull Village first. It's a curtain wall.
The pleasure is all.
I'll go see if I can sleep in the barracks. I'm technically a Legion member, so I should be allowed in there. It's not like Captain Carrier's bed is going to see any users anytime soon, so I might as well crash in there. Let's go in here then. Ah!
Here at Fort Frostmoth.
Don't you scare me like that. I think I'll take this bed here. I'll save the game just in case this is a crime. Okay, we'll take this, obviously this, and as usual luck. And then we'll just recall back to Ravenrock. Hooray! Oh, hello, Elastance. Okay, where is there's Falco?
Okay, the supply ship is fine. What else can go wrong?
It would appear that the matter of Urin Marin has been settled for us. Really, has it? He was found dead shortly after being locked up. Of course, I have no proof that he was murdered, and there are no witnesses. Okay, I'm sure Kanyes has something to do with this, but I can't prove it. I don't dare to accuse him of it. At least the thieving problems should stop for now. You've done good work. Thank you. 500 gold, eh? Not much. Okay. Can I get another... Oh, what's my certificate worth now? Ah, no, I can't check that here for now. Fine. Can I get another promotion? Woohoo, I'm now an agent. And a negotiator. And an officer. And a deputy. Okay, apparently we have just skipped a lot of ranks. That's fine, though. Okay, we want to see Ulfgar ending now. Because we have some information he is going to be interested in. And apparently we have bought every smithing hammer in Salt's time. Which I think kind of highlights one of the biggest flaws in here. I mean, on Vardenfell it was easy to basically keep your stuff in pristine condition all the time because hammers were bountiful there. Over here it's not quite that easy. Okay. Grove. There are the 3 rocks, so the cave is over there. We'll go back to Ravenrock after this, because I think there might be... I'm not sure if that's the final stage of Ravenrock. There might be a tavern there now as well. You there, I found some evidence. Welcome back. I hope Solstheimer has been treating you well. So tell me, have you managed to locate the entrance to Servant Guard? Of course you haven't. I searched for 500 years and never succeeded. You know, there's part of me that feels Servant Guard doesn't even exist. Actually, Ulfgar, I came upon this book. It's called Servant Guard: A Re-Examination, and seems to offer new theories on how one may enter Servant Guard. I think it may have the answers you seek. Yes, I'm subjecting you to books. New theories, you say? Let me see that book you speak of. Could this be? Is it possible that the Servant Guard lay right before me all along? It makes so much sense. You've done it! You've found the way to Servant Guard. All I need to do is to die valiantly in combat, but how? I know! You! You must help me. You must defeat me in armed combat and send my soul to Servant Guard. Tell me, will you honor me with a fight to the death? Sure, I'll help you. I will do everything in my power to defeat you in armed combat. Yeah, let's do this. You honor me with this decision. Songs will be written of our glorious battle. It is true that in my heart I wish to be defeated so that I may enter Servant Guard. But know this, I will fight, and fight valiantly, as I have all my life. You will probably die by my hand. I will grant no quarter, no mercy, and expect no less from you. Go now, prepare for battle. When you are ready, speak with me again, and then we shall engage in armed combat. I think we are pretty much ready. Unless, of course, you happen to have a bunch of hammers in here. Let's fight. I have been waiting for you. The hour of battle is upon us. I hope you are well prepared to engage such a worthy foe as myself. I have roamed the land for 500 years, leaving death in my wake. And although I have been brought to the brink of death on more than one occasion, still I live. It is my hope that you are my match, and will send my soul racing to Servant Guard. Now, we test our mettle. To arms!
Run while you still can, child.
Yeah, this guy's actually kind of sturdy.
Run while you still can, child.
You did it! You defeated me! You have opened the gates to Servant Guard! I can see them before me. My brothers are there. I must go now. Go to Brodia Grove. If I can, I will return to you there. I will reward you for everything. Must go now. I'm coming, my comrades. I'm go. Okay. Do you have any hammers? Stormfang, a half-decent sword. We put that to the side. Why would you share your place with the Reclings, of all things? I guess he just took this upper part of the cave. Okay, anything good here has left us? Nope. That's more kind of Recling fodder. Oh, moonsugar, eh? 12 gold, 10 gold, so you have a whopping fortune of 22 gold. Make that 30, we'll leave that where it is, and we'll see if we can meet him outside now. As I said, I think there were 3 before. There's his ghost. Hello, ghost. Ah, you did it! By helping me die valiantly, you showed my soul the way to Servant Guard. My friends, Hunro, Erlinder, and Nicholas have been waiting for me. I told them of your willingness to help me and recounted our glorious battle. The 4 of us wish to give you a reward for fitting of such a warrior, so we give you a piece of ourselves. Lay your hand on a stone, and you will receive that warrior's greatest attribute. Now farewell, my friend. Servant Guard awaits. Okay. And I think I just sapped the spell I was not quite supposed to get. Or not quite supposed to absorb. I've been granted the gift of Hunro's agility. I'm not sure I have now. Sleep's ring. I'm quite sure I don't have that now. I believe I sapped this... Yeah, this is the downside of my spell absorption. I don't think I can get those gifts. It's fine. I think it's just a temporary fix, or a temporary fortification to attributes. So nothing you direly need. But we've done the quest, and I think this is also one of the... I want to get this done because some of you might wonder where the Brody Grove comes from and what it does. Well, that's where the Brody Grove comes from. And why didn't Yassine actually think about taking Ulfgar ending? So why is this Spriggan ignoring that barbarian? I didn't know if they was actually vulnerable to fire. Might be. It would make sense for them to take extra damage from fire weapons and spells, maybe even as well. Okay, so what to do next? Now a few more quests. Let's go to Ravenrock and give the place a thorough research as well. I wish I had done the tavern first though, because that would make a lot of things way easier for me. So Urin Marin's house is done now. Can we actually find him here? No. Let's see if we can find Urin Marin's well, the crime scene basically. It was the Smith. It's a pretty huge building. Also, it's very unmotivated Smith. Still no smithing hammers though. So I'm gonna have to actually pay somebody to fix my stuff, which is kind of annoying. Because as you've seen there, fixing the skull crusher is very expensive. It cost me 700 gold. Not that I don't have that money, but it would have been nice to actually be able to keep that money and use it on something else. I don't know what I'd use my money on though. Don't ask me such questions. Check the local map. There's still stuff in construction. Smith house, South Storehouse, Barrowthan's house. Nothing. Fine. Absolutely nothing. Also, why is Sabina's Arrhenius house so far outside? South Storehouse. Would that be supposed to be here? No, it's this one. Can we find Urin Marin? Been in this one, so let's go to the southeast one. Or southwest one. Should be southwest. Why is that southeast and this is South Storehouse? Isn't that more southwest? Like, am I the only one confused right now? Looks like Urin Marin's body has been removed already. Here I was doing some, or planning to do some CSI Salt's time. In fact, I never really watched CSI. What can we see from those watchtowers? Another completely stupid thing. The watchtower actually has an entrance that faces outside of the village. So why do you make a watchtower for this? If you're keeping an eye on the city, and invaders could easily sneak up on you this way, and then backstab you while you're keeping an eye on the city. Yeah, I think those towers need to be completely remodeled. Anyway, we need something else to do until the thing is done. Also, yeah, journal time. I killed Ulfgar. With his dying breath, he thanked me for granting him entrance to Sovngarde. Ulfgar also said he tried to reach out to me from the afterlife and leave some kind of reward at Brody Grove. I went to Brody Grove and was met by the spirit of Ulfgar. He met his friends in Sovngarde and told them to help of the help I granted him. As a reward, the companions will imbue me with their greatest attributes every time I visit Brody Grove. I need only to visit their standing stones to receive the blessings. Yeah, I think those are like 8 hours or so blessings, just like the regular shrines in the temple. Anyway, it's kind of worth waiting for this stuff here, and I should have probably cancelled my swordsmanship training for this colony, because now we certainly need something. Now we certainly need something to spend time with. And I had an idea for that. I actually had an idea for that. Back in our Morrowind playthrough, or back in the main quest, there was at least one date request we haven't done. Actually several, but I'm not sure if Marine's Dragon actually has a quest we can get. He might have. Anyway, since our recall is still set on Salt's time, I kind of want to use the Unseen Energy to get out of here. I'm not sure how long it takes year-wise for this spell to stop working. I mean, right now it should kind of be... well, not right now, but it should eventually become less reliable, since CV is no longer a thing. Only Vivek is actually still alive, and his power is waning. He knows he's mortal again, so there is nothing he can really do. Okay, and what I wanted to do here is I wanted to go to down here again. No, down here. And try to find this Daedric Shrine, or what's left of it. Was there still trying to flower? Not sure anymore. Yes, I'm Nervarine. You should all love me. Anyway, we want to go here. I think I have to need to take a boat there, so this might be a bit more annoying. Drink while it loads. Also, I believe if you kill the Silstrata people, you will not get any replacement. So if you kill those for somehow, you will actually just lose the ability to quick travel with the Silstrata, with the boats, or whatever they were doing. Although, of course, you can revive them with the console if you need to. Although that is, of course, something that I would try to avoid, because console using is kind of cheating. Getting stuck here now. That's very nice of you. Can we get there? No, apparently we can't. Let's actually walk there. Okay. Do I want to run? I think I do. Who are you? That's a dreamer. All is silence, the road is straight without turning in darkness. Now let there be an end to all things. Okay. But you won't attack me. No. Alright, I totally forgot. There are cliff races again. It's kind of annoying. I was so happy to not have any of those on Salt's time. Oh well, time to get the bow out. I have 100 arrows, so I might as well kill 100 cliff racers, right? Oh yeah, this guy. Tahil, who has a book here. Book. The Journal of Tahil. I believe I may have found the correct formula for the spell I'm developing. With it, I will be able to travel great distances without the need to pay others for the service. If all goes well, I will test out the new spell tomorrow. I believe I have worked out all the possible complications. It will allow me to leap great distances, covering many hundreds of miles. Never before has one been able to travel in this manner, vaulting from the ground, sailing through the sky, all without the terrible disorientation of a spell of flying. It's not that bad, is it? The time is almost upon me. My research is finished, and all of my calculations are checked and rechecked. They laughed at me when I suggested this. We'll see who laughs after I leap to the top of their towers and scream out my success. Quite sure it's not you who's laughing now. But he has the Scroll of Icarian Flight, named after a very successful flyer, which gives you 45 acrobatics for 7 seconds. Now the downside of that is 1000 acrobatics is a ridiculous amount of skill. So this allows you to leap quite a lot, and I'm quite sure you guessed it, but yes, you will not land before those 7 seconds. So basically you will end up falling or dropping from a very, very large height, and it's not gonna end well. Basically, without any further precaution, like a slow fall spell, you will guarantee, or you will die guaranteed. However, this spell I think is part of most of the speedruns for Morrowind. If you just take the time to basically get to the, or get your Azura telling you, yep, well done, you're now free of the prophecy. And that scroll is basically one of the key ingredients for that. For obvious reasons. You can, for example, leap over the ghost fence. I mean, it's probably quite lucky for the Tribune that Dagothr never actually got wind of that scroll. I don't think his creatures would have actually tried to leap over the wall, the ghost fence. They were quite happy wandering below it. Ah, there, I forgot Helsing's spear. Some of those 6 house bases. Let me just check that quickly. Supposed to find some of those. Where was it? There. Sainzi Pilu. If it's a 6th house base, I will clear it. Ah, it's just a smuggler's place. Unimportant. Again, I don't know if I'm supposed to get in there at a later point, so I'll not do that. Of course, you are free to enter any cave you desire to, but I don't feel like killing smugglers all the time. There's nothing to be really gained from it, except more money, and we're really not short on that. I wish I could say that in real life as well. Oh, don't fall down there. That's something I can say in real life. Try not to fall down any ledges. I'm kind of good at that. Try to stay away from most ledges anyway. Damn you, Cliff Racer. These are getting decent at hunting those. I think Salsam did well for me. Taught me how to hunt. Razor, hate you. Lots of nets around here. Must be breeding season for those. Ah, it moved away. Okay, that's that first boat. We need another boat. Okay, let's see. We've been here before, and we've explored lots of the sea here. Quite a way away. And I gotta admit, I actually checked whether the place was supposed to be found. And it's not... It's kind of okay to go from hello out, but I think... Or what the... Basically what I got from the wiki there was... Go kill a cliff racer. Oh, damn it. Okay, screw it. Forget that cliff racer. It may live for now. I so want to try Hessian Spear out. I can't place my marker until Ririth now as well. Okay, there's a Daedroth. I think. There's a Daedroth. I will ignore that. And instead, I want to take a weapon. I'll take the spear. So that also I see some slaughterfish as well in just a moment. Still do pack quite a punch. Anyway, that's not what I'm here for. We're here for research. And for loot, but mostly research. I did not miss those at all. Okay, so we're supposed to go west-northwest from here. This is kind of west-northwest, and there we should actually see the shrine somewhere. And of course, slaughterfish. How could you forget about those? So, west-northwest from here. Let's go with this wonderful spell. Which I believe is not actually a tribunal-related spell. It's just, I think it's more a spell that was named in honor of Vivek, so it's not something that will stop once Vivek is dead. Although, of course, he will do a lot less kissing once he's actually dead. Northwest and southwest. Some rather grimy water here. I'm mostly using the spear because it's a traditional fishing weapon. Fishing tool, rather. Okay, so a bit further north, I think. Ah, there we go. There is a Daedric shrine here. Or what used to be one, at least. And in here... Hello, Droid. Come here. Want that. In here there should be a statue somewhere. Not sure where. This looks like the center of the shrine. Have your wax. Ah, there we go. That was a statue. Okay, I have to say I didn't understand most of that. Boethia has spoken in a riddle to me. Oh no, first here. I found a sunken shrine to Boethia and spoken to Daedra. He's understandably upset that his shrine has been allowed to remain in ruins, and wishes for a new one to be erected. If I can get the shrine rebuilt, he will reward me with the Gold Brand, a legendary sword. My first step should be to find a sculptor. Boethia spoke to me in riddle to me, to help me find the one who can recreate the shrine. Rough hands to smooth stone, carving rock instead of bone. Caldera, an artist, waits his masterpiece to create. Okay, so Caldera it is. Haven't been there in a while, have we? So, that being said, I think I want to use the Divine Intervention. Let's first check where the hell we are. We're here, so Divine Intervention should get us to Balmora. Seaman Intervention should get us closer to Balmora, which is really where we want to go. So, in here, and then we'll just... I mean, I could just walk to Caldera, but screw it. Everybody can walk. We have a schedule to meet. Interesting. Apparently we ended kind of airborne. I guess it was because we skipped out of the swimming pose. Okay, Mage's Guild. I'm kind of glad he didn't actually use the... he didn't riddle up the name of the place where we need to go. Because I'm not sure what you could have actually... How would you actually paraphrase Caldera? What is there that's so important that you actually
I'm very happy to make your acquaintance.
have a reasonably easy time of recognizing it? It's an Imperial colony, I think. Almost colony, but mostly Imperial city. You could take me to Caldera, please. At least I think it is. I think the architecture was...
My pleasure.
You honor me. Do you wish to?
this way. I don't, even though there is a Warriors and a Fighters Guild here, I don't think there's actually any Thieves Guild hideout here. Yeah, this is clearly no Dunm architecture, so I would suppose it's an Imperial city. Can I ask anyone about the... honor to me, wonderful. They do know the rest of the prophecy, saying that yeah, I have to kick them out now. Anyway, I would like to have... I don't think I can actually ask for anyone here. Where would I find a sculptor? Rough hands, it said. You there, Argonian, you have rough hands, right? Tell me about a sculptor. I certainly haven't heard of anyone around here. Might ask Varric Germain, though. He's a trader in town and buys and sells many different things. Okay, Varric Germain. Gorak Manor. Ah, you. Could you tell me about a sculptor? No? A sculptor? Not going to find many around here. Art's not really a premium, you know. There's an orc in town who likes to carve up some stones. But I'm not about to buy sculptures. He lives in Gorak Manor with a bunch of other orcs. Odd ones, to be sure. Okay, Gorak Manor, we just passed that, I think. This one? Yes. Huh. Okay, so Caldera has finally found a purpose. You there. Are you a sculptor by any chance? No, we've been there, thank you. You there. Are you a sculptor? No? Fine.
How may I help you, Dunmer?
Probably to one orc here who's...
How may I help you, Dunmer?
Okay. Apparently all scamps have a pension. That guy's wealthy. He has 5,000 gold. And a guar skin drum, just in case you want to go to the Corporosarium again. Are you that sculptor? No. Are you the sculptor I've been reward? No, fine.
My attention is yours.
You seem to be
You're not what I expected.
keen on
You've earned
sculpting.
my trust.
Me? Well, I've done a few pieces, and mostly Gorak just threw them really far. You're interested in buying a piece? I'm working on one now. For now, I call Untitled Rock. I wish for you to recreate the Shrine of Boethia. We do a big statue? Could be good. And Gorak not throw that far at all. Tell you what, I'll make you a statue. Need money though, for material. Need 2,000 septims for everything. I need plans. How am I supposed to make big statue just like old one and not know what old one look like? Must be statue books somewhere tell me how to make shrine. Find me plans and gold and I'll make you a statue. Meantime, I find a good place to build it. What book would you recommend? I don't know what it is called. A book with a statue picture in it. Description of shrine. That kind of stuff. Ask book guys. They got lots of books. One must have right stuff. Okay, fine. We'll just go to... I guess we'll go hit the Mage's Guild and try Balmoral first, because it's less of a pain to get the bookseller there. You... Gola... Is there any Warriors Guild here? I don't think there is, actually. You. Take me to Balmora. The 2 grand are not a problem. We certainly have that. Ooh, also, before we go to Soul's Time again, there is one thing I want to load up on. You probably guessed it. Probably guessed it. It is indeed hammers. But with you, I'll take all of those.
Share your thoughts, friend.
Okay, book merchant. Okay, Teresa Daville. Do you happen to have a book with statues in it? A statue book? Well, I don't believe I have anything that might contain the information you need. Perhaps you should check with someone who deals in rare books, like your Basha and Vivek. He has many of the more hard-to-find volumes. Okay, fine. I'll just still look through your collection. I think there was something with the Boethia. True of the Sky, Chronicles when you left. No. It's probably not Boethia's pillow book. Although that might... It probably doesn't make sense. I don't think you'd want to have a statue in there.
You flatter me with your attention, Outlander.
So instead, I should have totally waited with actually getting that stuff repaired. It'll probably give me another point in armoring.
Welcome, Dunmer. Let's set aside our differences and talk, shall we?
Okay.
Share your
So,
thoughts, friend.
move it.
I enjoy the company.
Yubasha's rare books. That was somewhere in the Wasteworks here. Not sure of the upper or the lower ones, but I think it might have been the upper ones. We go there anyway. Center of the city. Except of course for the fact that it's freaking empty. There is nothing in here. Or at least not as many people as you would expect in a what I presume would be kind of a capital of Morrowind and Vardenfell. I mean, it seems to be at least the capital of the temple, so it's kind of like the Vatican City for Catholics, I guess. Yubasha's rare books on this side. Is it here? Yes.
This is an honor for me.
We'll also buy Bones 1 if he has it. Yubasha, any statue books you can recommend? Yubasha may have what you're looking for. There is a book called Boethiah's Glory. If Yubasha still has it in stock, it's yours for a reasonable price. Actually, his prices are really reasonable. Boethiah's Glory, there we go. Do you have Bones? Biography, brief history, no. Nope, he doesn't have it. Ah, damn it, I should have probably bought the damn thing. I'll just cancel the bartering. Boethiah's Glory. Okay, let's read that. I've paid that book, so I'm going to read the bloody thing. Where do we have it? Okay, is that the book of the statue? The picture of a statue? Yes, it is a statue. Okay, fine. Look upon the face of Boethiah and wonder. Raise your arms that Boethiah may look on them and bestow a blessing. Know that battle is a blessing. Know that death is an eventuality. Know that you are dust in the eyes of Boethiah. Long is the arm of Boethiah, and swift is the blade. Deep is the cut, and subtle is the poison. Worship, O faithful. Pray your death is short. Worship... Okay, yeah, fine. No, don't do that.
You can't decide.
Damn it! Didn't want to do that. Did it take anything else from me? I wouldn't hope so. It might have, though.
Blessed we are.
What are you wearing, though? It looks kind of impressive. I think that might be orc armor. Do I still have the... Yes, okay. I still have the gloves of Balmolagma.
Walk with virtue, Outlander.
Okay, now back up. It's kind of stupid. We'll take those doors here. And I go up here. I think I'll call the stream of that quest. After this leg of the quest, rather. Okay, Mage Guild here.
I don't know where to begin.
Okay. I would like to travel to Caldera again.
Greetings to you. A pleasure to meet
You honor me. Do you wish to do business?
Now back to Gorak Manor we go. I think this will also take a few days to finish, so I mean, of course it will take. It's a statue.
What say you?
This one, no. This is Shank's shovel. Germain, which means that the Gorak Manor should be somewhere nearby. Probably this one here, because that house is humongous. Yes. So up we go.
You need not be
Over we go.
My anger is reserved for the foolish.
You there. I found your statue book. You got the stuff? Good. Give it here. Okay, I found a place. Nice and away from stuff. Take me a few weeks, though. Gotta get some assistance to sculpturists to help me out. Not easy to find, you know. Anyhow, it'd be done in not too long. I'm gonna build it at Kartak Point up north up on coast from here. Up north, you can't miss. It's real big. Yeah, Carthag Point. We've been there once. There was another thing there. Corpus there. Lovely souvenir. Still kind of have it, you know. Okay. Carthag Point, I tell you. It on coast on up north. Great big rock. Named after famous orc hero. He killed himself there. Very famous. Long way down from that rock. Okay. Let's camp here. Last scamp we might actually gave us some free stuff. Oh well. We have done all we need to do here. I should have probably done that earlier. I'm not sure if we'll see this quest end on this stream.
What say you?
Do I have any other open quests? Except the clutter stuff. The Invisible Sun. I should probably do that as well next time I'm in Vivek. Okay. We could totally turn that quest in as well. Oh well, we'll see about that next time. I'll probably drop the Spear of Bitter Mercy in Televirus. I'll travel there.
What say you?
And maybe I'll also leave some other stuff behind there as well. Although I think having one weapon of each kind is kind of nice to be prepared, although it's kind of silly. If you're actually venturing out in the world, you'll probably not carry more than 2 weapons. Because, well, you'd still have to carry all that stuff around. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, well, not too many I've watched today. And I hope you have a nice Easter holidays and spend some time with those you like. Or not so much like. Maybe in that case I would hope you at least have acceptable holidays. Anyway, we want to... I don't want to go into a safe place before I end the stream. What safer place in the Mage's Guild? We own the place, so it's safe by definition. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Bye. Which will probably be tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow night.